mixed up some Aquacast Eco Resin and made sure that it was mixed thoroughly. Then I poured this into a hexagon coaster mould and I shook it to make sure that it settled and went around the edges with a small stick to make sure that there were no bubbles stuck in there. I filled up the mould and left it to set. An hour later it was ready to demould. I printed the designs I wanted to use onto some copy paper using my inkjet printer. Then I tore around the image. My coaster has been drying for 24 hours before I decide to decorate this using decoupage. I'm going to lay my design in the coaster and use my fingers to mark the edges. Then I can tear this to exactly the size that I need. The paper is quite thick, so I'm laying some sticky tape on the back and then I'm gently pulling it away to remove a layer of the paper. You can do this as many times as you need to thin the paper. I'm covering my coaster with a layer of Mod Podge and then I'm laying down the image and going over the top of it with another layer of Mod Podge. I'll leave this to dry. In order to disguise the edge and to add to the design, I've mixed some gold glitter with some epoxy resin. I'm going to use that to create a border that covers the edge of the design. Then I'll need to leave this to set. I've mixed up a very small amount of Aquacast and I'm putting it into a mould of some little bees. The glitter edges are completely cured and now I am adding another layer of epoxy resin to protect the image. I'll make sure that the whole image is coated and leave it to set. I can demould the bees, give them a coat of acrylic paint, I'll cover the wings in some varnish and then sprinkle on some glitter. Once they're all dry and everything's cured, I'm going to use some B7000 glue to stick the bees along the rim. I'll coat the top edge with some high viscosity UV resin and cure that. Along the side edges I'm going to add some glue and then add some gold foil, using a brush to remove the excess. A pretty bee trinket dish.